Welcome to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, founder of the Reiki Business Collective and creator of the Build Your Reiki Business program, sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business. Greetings, welcome, and thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing. Thank you so much for being here. In this week's episode, we're talking about Reiki business plans. Do you need it? What is it? What goes into it for your Reiki business? But first, I want to make sure to invite you to an upcoming free Reiki business workshop that I am hosting. I'm actually going to be offering 3 free Reiki business workshops coming up in the next couple of months. And the first one is on Friday, October the 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. You can register for that workshop at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit. Yes, the same website where you can get the free Reiki Biz Kit. I just made it easy on myself and put the registration form on that website. So if you cannot join live, please know that yes, indeed, all registrants do get the replay. So of course, the link to do that is down below, standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit for the first of those free workshops. The first one is about, is it time to start your Reiki business? So how do you know? We're going to talk all about it in that workshop on Friday, October the 6th. I hope that you will join us. And again, if you can't be there live, yes, all registrants get the replay. Thank you. So first of all, a Reiki business plan. You know, when we think about starting a Reiki business, and when we think about starting any kind of business, people will first often say, oh, I need to create a business plan. I need to create a business plan. But what exactly is a business plan? A business plan is a document on which you are able to, or I should say, in which you are able to talk about your vision for your business. So what your business is, what your business does, who you serve, your marketing strategy, mission statement. I'll run down through the sections with you in a moment. But it's a document that you can use to really help to get your Reiki vision down onto paper in a fixed format that you can look at and revisit, and that really serves to help bring all of the ideas out of your head down onto the page where you can see them and reflect on them and even act on them. And so what that means is that a Reiki business plan can be helpful for starting off with your Reiki business by just using it as a way to get some ideas down on the paper and using it as a way to really organize your thoughts. You can think of it as like an organizational document. Your Reiki business plan is most likely only ever going to be seen by you or anyone else who is a member of your Reiki business or a partner in your Reiki business. But most others are not going to see a business plan. Now, I will say that in some cases, a business plan may be required. And so that is, for instance, when you are filing your business with your state. Some states may require you to submit a business plan along with that filing. Most don't. Most just want you to fill out the paperwork and pay them the fee. But if you are seeking a loan, definitely this is an instance where you're going to want and need a Reiki business plan. Otherwise, do you need a Reiki business plan? Here's the truth. No, you don't need a business plan. Yes, you can start a Reiki business without a business plan. Plenty of Reiki businesses do. Plenty of businesses do, period. Also, it often happens that when a company creates a business plan, especially a small business like a solopreneur kind of business like a Reiki business, oftentimes when they create a business plan, they don't look at it again. One of the things to really watch out for with creating a Reiki business plan is that it doesn't keep you from doing more important things. And so what I have seen happen is that a new Reiki business owner will say, oh, I need to create a business plan. I need to create a business plan for my Reiki business, because that's just what you do when you create a business, right? We hear that all the time. Oh, starting a business, you need a business plan. And so, of course, a new Reiki business owner is going to say, oh, before I do anything, I have to create a business plan. But something that happens frequently when we start with a business plan is that we spend too much time on the business plan. And we think that we need to create this amazing business plan, spell everything out, get detailed about everything, and just create this gorgeous, beautiful Reiki business plan. But all the time that we spend creating a Reiki business plan can oftentimes be better spent doing the things rather than creating the plan for them. Now, I am not advocating. I am an advocate of planning. I do think it is very helpful in our Reiki business. I do think it is important in our Reiki business. But I think that at the beginning, we can spend too much time invested in the Reiki business plan creation to the point where it's a detriment. So we're creating this business plan, we're spending hours on this amazing business plan, and those are hours that we're not spending actually doing things and moving forward with our Reiki business, whether that is reaching out to people and letting them know that we are starting a Reiki business, asking for referrals for new clients, hanging up flyers, or whatever it might be. And so what that means is that, yes, you can indeed create a business plan for your Reiki business. Yes, this can be helpful, but it can easily move into the unhelpful if you're spending too much time on it, and if you are letting that stop you from actually moving forward with doing your Reiki business things. And so when I hear someone say, oh, I want to start my Reiki business, first I have to create a business plan, what makes me nervous is that they're using that as an excuse to not get started on other things, and then using that as a continuing excuse. Well, I can't do this yet in my Reiki business because I haven't yet started my Reiki business plan. Oh, wait, I can't hang up flyers. I can't create a flyer yet because I haven't finished my business plan. Oh, no, wait, I can't start offering sessions yet. I have to start with my Reiki business plan. And so it's almost used as like I don't want to say an excuse, but it's a hindrance. It can be a hindrance to moving forward with your Reiki business. And so I encourage creating a Reiki business plan if it calls to you. Yes, it can be helpful to get things down on the page and in a document for us to have, not only as a way to organize our thoughts, but also as something to refer back to, but that we don't allow it to keep us from doing more important things in our Reiki business. So what goes into a business plan? What goes into a Reiki business plan? As a matter of fact, I have a sample Reiki business plan. that I am happy to share with you. This business sample Reiki business plan, yes, indeed, is a part of the Build Your Reiki Business program. You can learn more at standingstoneshealing.com/build. And so this Reiki business plan sample is part of the program. But I'm going to walk through it with you and give you an idea of the parts of a business plan and what your Reiki business plan might include. Now, I say your Reiki business plan because, number one, not only do you not have to have one, but number two, if you have one, you can put on it whatever you want, as much or as little as you want. What they typically include, though, is an executive summary section that really just gives an overview of your Reiki business. It just provides information about the different aspects of your Reiki business. It's just like an overview of your business, a big picture view of your Reiki business. Now, when you're new in your Reiki business, all you've got is your vision. And so this is all about your vision for your Reiki business. Because here's the thing with business plans, you create them and then you throw them out the window. You create them and then things happen. You change things up. Your interests change. Your business model changes. Your services change. Things change. And so what that means is that when you create a Reiki business plan, it's also important to recognize that things are going to change with it because things just change and evolve in our business, period. And so if you create a business plan at the beginning of your Reiki business and you go back to it a few years later, it might surprise you, the differences, because of the directions that our businesses can take that we don't fully envision. And we don't really realize are going to happen because our Reiki business journey is ever evolving and unfolding. But your business plan would include things like the products and services, so what you're selling. In addition to Reiki, your Reiki business model might not include Reiki sessions, and that's okay. My guess is that it includes Reiki in some way, shape, or form. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called a Reiki business. And I don't know, maybe you would still be listening to this podcast. Yes, you're welcome to listen to this podcast, even if you ain't doing a Reiki business thing. But my guess is that probably Reiki has something to do with your business in some way, shape, or form. But you may also be offering other services, yoga, coaching, like me, card reading and coaching. You may be offering actual products like books or candles or incense, but you would detail your products and services in your business plan. Your business plan would also include information on who you're serving, so your customers and clients, who your target clients are, your ideal client, your client avatar. Yes, I talk a lot about that in the Build Your Reiki Business program. But you would be able to define in your business plan who your customers and clients are, where they're located, their demographics, just information about them. It would also include, or could include, again, because you can include whatever you want on your Reiki business plan, but a vision. So where you see the company going, what it is you want to be doing, your vision for how you want to serve and how you want to be moving your company forward, your business forward. The more specific you can get on these kinds of things, the better. So if you can get really specific on these things, good. Because that's going to help to give you clarity on your Reiki business. Clarity, by the way, is always very helpful in our Reiki business. So your business plan may also include things like your mission statement. And yes, I do encourage having a mission statement for your Reiki business. Yes, I have a template on creating a mission statement as well in the Build Your Reiki Business program. So that's part of the program too, helping you to create a mission statement. But it doesn't have to be long. It can just be a sentence or two. The legal structure of your Reiki business. So if your business is an LLC, a DBA, sole proprietorship, whatever kind of business it is in terms of business formation. And yes, in the Build Your Reiki Business program, there's a whole module on it, module number 3, for US-based businesses about the nuances, the differences between the legal structures for your Reiki business. Your business plan can also include market research, so an overview of the industry, an overview of the wellness industry, overview of Reiki industry, more description about clients here could go here as well. The things that your company has an advantage in, you could do here a SWOT analysis. And a SWOT analysis is a business analysis where you assess your business's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT, SWOT. And you could do that as part of your business plan to say, okay, I'm starting this Reiki business. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the opportunities? And what are the threats? So that's something that you could do, a SWOT analysis, and include that in your Reiki business plan. Things that you already have going for you, so your advantages. Any regulations that you might need to adhere to, whether they are local or state regulations or laws that would impact your Reiki business, because every local area and every state is different. So that would be different for different practitioners. You can get even more specific. Remember that executive summary, a description of your services, but then you can get really specific about the products and services you offer or plan to offer. Your pricing structure, how much you plan to charge and for which services. And your marketing and sales strategy. So how you are planning to reach out to bring in potential clients, to get the word out about your business, how you plan to communicate with potential clients. So those are just some things that could be included on a Reiki business plan. And this Reiki business plan could be anywhere from a couple of pages to 10 pages long. You know, this is the point at which the question is, are you spending too much time on your business plan? And is it keeping you from doing other things? So you can get in your business plan so very detailed. You could spend a lot of time like listing out every single marketing avenue that you plan to utilize. And you can get very specific on that to the point of like listing out your friends that you're going to contact individually with their names. Yes, you could get that detailed. Is that the best use of your time? Maybe, maybe not. It could be because, you know, you may actually want to list out people who you would reach out to talk about your Reiki business and actually make a list of contacts you plan to reach out to. Or it could keep you from doing other things. You know, if you're listing out 1,000 names on your business plan of people you're going to reach out to, that could get to be a really long document and take a lot of time to create. And that's time that you're not reaching out to people. So it's important, I think, that if you do want to create a Reiki business plan, that you make sure to find balance with it. You know, a couple of pages is great. You don't need to go on and on and on in your Reiki business plan. And as a matter of fact, probably even if you do go on and on and on in your Reiki business plan, you're not going to look at it too frequently or maybe even ever again. Now, this is one thing that I did in my Reiki business in terms of create a business plan. But one thing I did not do was to spend a lot of time on it. So I did create a Reiki business plan that just listed out, things that I was planning to do, marketing strategies, just, all of those things I just mentioned. And it was helpful to get those thoughts down on paper, to get them out of my head, and to have them in a fixed, tangible format that I could refer back to. But I didn't refer back to it. I did not look at it again. At least I'm pretty sure I did not. And as a matter of fact, I should get that business plan out and take a look at it. It's years old now, but I should take a look at it and see what it has to say. It might be really interesting and enlightening to do so. But this is the kind of thing that you don't need to do it, and new Reiki business owners can spend too much time doing it. It can indeed be a waste of time. I actually have a YouTube video about the Reiki Business Plan and encouraging you not to waste your time on it, because it can be a real time suck for a new Reiki business owner, where it's taking up time that would be better spent in other ways. So be aware of that. But of course, creating a business plan is not a bad thing. Yes, indeed, you can create a Reiki business plan. And as a matter of fact, I will give you this Reiki business plan template for free. And I will give it to you with no sign up required. So I'm going to drop a link in the notes for you to snag that. And you don't even have to sign up to get on my mailing list to get it. Yes, I'll do that. But of course, if you want to get on my mailing list to get episodes of the podcast to your inbox and other information and encouragement on Reiki business, you are indeed welcome to. And as a thank you, yes, you can get the Reiki Biz Kit for free at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit. But sure, I will indeed give you this Reiki business plan template that you can use. So please feel free to use it. No email address required. Do you have a Reiki business plan, dear Reiki business owner? Have you created a Reiki business plan? Please feel free, if we're on YouTube, to drop it in the comments and let us know if you've created a Reiki business plan. And let us know in the Reiki Business Collective as well, if you would like to join us there at facebook.com/groups/Reiki Biz. Now, of course, I talk all about the Reiki Business Plan a little bit more in depth in the Build Your Reiki Business program, and talk all about a heck of a lot more Reiki business stuff in the Build Your Reiki Business program. Indeed, it is the most comprehensive Reiki business program available anywhere, and you can start right now at standingstoneshealing.com/build. Yes, indeed, start building your own Reiki business, the Reiki business of your dreams right now. So I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes to the Reiki business of your dreams. Whether you create a Reiki business plan or not, is this Reiki business plan template helpful for you? Drop it in the comments. Give me a shout out. Shoot me a message. Let me know. I am happy to hear from you always. Sending you so many blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business. Thanks for tuning in to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend. Learn more about the Build Your Reiki Business program at standingstoneshealing.com/build. Sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business.